In reading, you will be having various question types. I am just taking an example of true, false, not given type of questions in which you are to write down the answer as true, false or not given. There can be various questions in which you fill up the blanks. There can be some questions in which you attempt the headings for the paragraphs. There may be several paragraphs there, and you will have to attempt the headings of those paragraphs. There may be some questions which may ask you to match the lists. Matching list type of questions will be there. Some questions which will be a simple question answer kind of stuff. Some questions with multiple choice. So these are the type of questions that you generally get in the reading assignments, whether you go for the academic modules or you go for the general training modules. Alright?
Okay. Yes.
Now, what are the true, false, not given questions? You write down the answer as true if the explanation of the question is there which is written in the passage. So if the question explanation matches what is written inside the passage, the answer comes out to be true. The answer comes out to be false if the explanation of the question contradicts with what is written inside the passage. In this case, the answer becomes false, and the answer is not given in case related to the question there is nothing mentioned inside the passage. So the answer to that kind of a question will be not given. Alright?
Alright.
Sometimes the instructions of the question say that you are to write down the answer as yes instead of writing as true, or there may be instruction that you are to write down the answer as simple AA. So the instructions are to be read very, very carefully as we read the question. Because a common mistake of the students is that instead of writing down a true answer, they write down a yes. So logically true and yes may seem same, but the marks are not given if for a true value you write down a yes value. Alright? Similarly, in the case of false, in case the instruction is mentioning that you are to write down the answer as no, you cannot interchange the answers. You will have to follow the instructions and write the answer as it is there.
Okay.
Similarly, the instruction can be just to simply mention BB in case a contradiction is there, or in the case of not given, a simple instruction can say that you are to write down the answer as CC in case related to the question there is no mention inside the passage. So instructions become very important to read while attempting the reading assignments.
Okay.
Now let's begin with the true, false, not given kind of questions. If let's suppose we give a statement that it's sunny outside, and when we look out of the window and it is really sunny, this means this particular statement of the person is matching with our verification. Alright? You are able to verify what a person is saying if I just take it as a question. So if the statement is matching with my verification, the answer would be true.
Okay.
In case the statement is it's dark outside, but the verification simply contradicts this. You see this?
Yes.
So this is a sheer contradiction, because the statement was it's dark outside, but no, the verification says that it is a simple day outside. So in this case, in such a contradiction, the answer will become false. And if the statement is the temperature is 12 degrees and I do not have any parameter to measure that, so my verification cannot be done. So in such a scenario, the answer becomes not given. Alright? So you will have to simply take care of the fact that whether related to the question an explanation is given, and if the explanation is given, the answer can either be a true value or a false value. But in case the explanation is not there, the answer would simply be not given. Okay? Now let's see. Let's attempt a few questions and see whether you have got the points. So question for you is, the university has more than 60,000 Asian students. So we follow the keyword approach here. Our first step here is to read the question. So question is in front of you. the university has more than 60,000 Asian students. The second step in the reading approach is to identify the keywords out of this question. And if we just locate the keywords out of this, the keywords are the university. We have a number which can be regarded as a keyword. Then we have another proper noun which is Asian as a keyword for us. And another word, students, which is a keyword.
Okay.
Now based upon these keywords, we are to locate these keywords inside the passage. So if I just take a note of the passage, there are few sentences written, but when I skim, I just see this particular sentence which has got some of my keywords from the question. I have university keyword here, I have a number written here, and instead of students, I have enrollments here. So I know that my answer lies somewhere here in this particular sentence. Now tell me, what is the answer?
False.
Sure. Why false?
The question says only university has more than 60,000 students, whereas from the para there are many colleges in the university, and now there are 75,000 enrollments.
Okay. So you think it is a contradiction?
Yes.
So the answer is false.
Yes.
Sri Krishna, this answer is not given.
Okay.
If you see the statement, the university has more than 60,000 Asian students.
Okay.
Now how many objects are mentioned here? Can you relate the objects? University is one object. Number is another object. Origin is one object. And this is students, which is another object.
Okay.
Now the translation, the question here is having one object missing, which was origin.
Okay.
Right?
Okay. Yes.
So these are the mistakes, Sri Krishna, which happen in the reading.
Okay.
Right? So whenever you attempt the